Princess Charlene of Monaco was supposed to live a fairy tale, a simple girl turned royal bride, but today she is known as the world's saddest princess. Did she really try to flee her own wedding? What health issues is she facing? And is her marriage to Prince Albert in danger? This video reveals the secrets and truths behind Princess Charlene's life. Princess Charlene's wedding to Prince Albert II of Monaco in 2011 seemed like a fairy tale. The world watched as she walked down the aisle in a style owned by Giorgio Armani with a long flowing train. The ceremony took place in the grand courtyard of the Prince's Palace, surrounded by luxury. Celebrities and royals from around the world attended, and the streets of Monaco were packed with cheering crowds. It looked like a perfect day. But behind the glamour, something was wrong. As the cameras captured every moment, Charlene was seen wiping away tears during the ceremony. For a moment, the world stopped. Why was the bride crying on what should have been the happiest day of her life? Whispers began to spread, and soon shocking rumors emerged. The press claimed that Charlene had tried to flee Monaco 3 times before the wedding. Each time she was reportedly stopped and convinced to go through with the marriage. What could have driven her to such desperation? Even as the celebrations continued, there was confusion and concern. Was this really a love story, or was something darker going on? It became clear that not everything was right in this royal union. The tears and the rumors hinted at deep troubles beneath the surface, a mystery the world was eager to uncover. What really happened behind closed doors? Why did Princess Charlene cry on her wedding day? The answers might be more complex and more tragic than anyone could have imagined. No one could have imagined that Charlene Lynette Wittstock, born on January 25, 1978 in Bulawayo, Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, would one day become a princess. Her parents, Michael and Lynette Wittstock, were ordinary people without noble titles. Michael was a sales manager and Lynette a swimming coach. Charlene grew up in a loving, supportive family, but there was nothing in her early life that hinted at her future as royalty. Charlene's natural talent for swimming became clear at a young age, and her mother, being a coach, helped her develop it. When she was 12, the family moved to South Africa, where Charlene continued to pursue her passion for swimming. With hard work and dedication, she became one of South Africa's top swimmers, winning national championships and competing internationally. The highlight of her swimming career came in 2000 when she qualified for the Sydney Olympics as part of South Africa's women's 4x100-meter medley relay team. Competing in the Olympics was a dream come true for Charlene, showcasing her determination and skill on the world stage. Little did anyone know that this young athlete would eventually trade the swimming pool for a palace and become the Princess of Monaco. In 2000, Charlene attended a swimming event in Monaco, where she briefly met Prince Albert II. Though their meeting was short, it left an impression on both of them. Albert, the prince of one of the wealthiest and most glamorous principalities, was known for his charm and good looks. He was wealthy, sophisticated, and had a reputation for being attentive to women. His wealth and status were impressive. But what truly captivated Charlene was how he made her feel special and valued. However, according to Prince Albert, their relationship was not love at first sight. In a rare joint interview, Albert shared his uncertainty about whether they fell in love when they first met at the 2000 competition. He told Paris Match, "I don't know if we fell in love back then," adding that it was several years before they would meet again. While romance might not have sparked immediately, Charlene still made an impression on him. He recalled, "I thought that she was an excellent swimmer and that she was friendly, cheerful, and approachable. Despite his initial uncertainty, their romance grew slowly and privately. Over time, their connection deepened, but they were careful to keep it out of the public eye. Albert humorously recalled a time when he got Charlene in trouble by not getting her home in time. Their relationship became public at the opening of the 2006 Winter Olympics, where they introduced their romance to the world. French journalist Philippe Delorme noted at the time, "She was on his arm for the entire ceremony and they made no attempt to hide their affection for each other, sharing kisses and other tender gestures." Look how cheerful and happy Charlene was then. She smiled easily and acted naturally, openly showing her feelings for Prince Albert. There is no doubt their relationship started out of love, but what happened after that? Prince Albert, 20 years older than Charlene, had a well-known past before meeting her. He was one of Europe's most eligible bachelors and had relationships with several high-profile women. Albert also fathered 2 children outside of marriage, a daughter, Jasmine Grace Grimaldi, and a son, Alexandre Coste. These relationships and children were widely covered in the press, adding complexity to his relationship with Charlene. Despite the age difference and Albert's complicated past, Charlene was drawn to him. His charm and attention won her over, but the public and media speculated on how his history might affect their relationship. This background, combined with Albert's reputation, made their romance one of Europe's most talked about royal stories. In June 2010, the long-awaited news finally arrived. Prince Albert II of Monaco was engaged. After years of speculation, Albert proposed to Charlene with a stunning pear-cut diamond ring. The announcement took Monaco by surprise. People could hardly believe it, said French journalist Philippe Delorme. For 4 years since they were first seen together, the Monegasques had been holding their breath. For years, people in Monaco and royal watchers worldwide had been waiting for Albert to choose a bride and secure the future of the Grimaldi dynasty. The principality needed an heir, and it was vital for Albert to find the right woman. Despite his past relationships and 2 children born out of wedlock, Albert knew he needed a wife who could be the mother of his legitimate heirs. Charlene, though she didn't have royal titles, was seen as a perfect match. She had a spotless reputation, was a successful athlete, and even resembled Prince Albert's mother, the beloved Princess Grace Kelly. Charlene's grace and poise reminded many of Grace, which further boosted her public image. Charlene's background as a professional swimmer, including an Olympic appearance, made her an ideal candidate for the role of Princess of Monaco. Her dedication and grace, along with her resemblance to Grace Kelly, endeared her to the Monegasque people. Despite not having royal titles, Charlene's achievements and character made her a respected figure, fitting perfectly as a princess and mother of future heirs. French journalist Philippe Delorme described the engagement as having a Hollywood touch. If the Princess Grace story was a movie, then Princess Charlene is the remake. But he added, Albert is 52, a bit overweight and much less fabulous and glamorous than his father was. It feels a bit like a love story of an old man and a young woman, rather than a story of 2 young lovers. After the engagement, Charlene faced significant challenges transitioning from athlete to future royal bride. She had to convert to Catholicism and learn French and the Monegasque dialect, adding pressure to her new role. Everyone expected the wedding of Prince Albert II and Charlene Wittstock to be as magical as the legendary union of Prince Rainier III and Grace Kelly. The media and public were ready for a modern-day fairy tale filled with glamour and romance. However, from the start, something seemed wrong between Charlene and Albert. During the July 2011 ceremony, Charlene was seen crying multiple times, sparking concern and speculation. Soon after, the press reported that Charlene had allegedly tried to flee Monaco 3 times before the wedding. Rumors suggested she was distressed by claims that Albert might have fathered more illegitimate children beyond the 2 he had already acknowledged. Just days before the wedding, another woman claimed to have a child with Prince Albert, adding to the pressure on Charlene. Despite these rumors, the Palace of Monaco denied both the allegations of additional children and Charlene's supposed attempts to escape. They insisted the couple was deeply in love and that the wedding went smoothly. Charlene later spoke about the emotional turmoil she felt on her wedding day. She explained, everything was just so overwhelming, and there were all the mixed emotions because of the rumors, and obviously the tension built up and I burst into tears. Immediately after the ceremony, she added, and then I burst into tears some more because I was thinking, oh no, now the whole world has seen me cry. Reflecting on how she handled the intense scrutiny, Charlene said, I think I kind of went into Olympic mode. I was in the zone, and I don't think anything was affecting me at that time. When all the rumors had started and people were questioning this and that, I just totally ignored it. Though the palace and the couple tried to present a united front, the rumors and speculation cast a shadow over what was meant to be a joyful occasion, leaving many to wonder about the true state of their relationship. After their wedding, life for Prince Albert and Princess Charlene didn't turn out as many had hoped. The media quickly labeled Charlene as the sad princess, a title that struck with her. Rumors about their marriage and possible divorce became constant, especially when Charlene was often seen without her wedding or engagement rings. In the early years, Charlene proudly showed off her engagement ring, but by 2017 she was rarely seen wearing it, even at formal events. For example, she wore it during the Monaco National Day in 2017, but by 2019 she appeared without it, sparking more speculation. This fueled rumors about the state of their marriage. Despite the gossip and public scrutiny, Prince Albert and Charlene stayed together. In 2014, they announced their joy as Charlene was expecting twins. On December 10, 2014, she gave birth to Princess Gabrielle and Prince Jacques. Although Gabrielle is older, Monaco's laws prioritize male heirs, making Jacques the heir apparent. It's important to note that Prince Albert's children born outside of his official marriage cannot claim the throne, which means the only heirs to the throne are Charlene's children. This makes Jacques and Gabriella the official successors to the Grimaldi dynasty. Over the years, Charlene's absence from public life and the missing rings kept the rumors alive. But despite all the speculation, the couple has stayed together, continuing to fulfill their royal duties. Royal life turned out to be really tough for Princess Charlene. Even with all the luxury and privileges, she struggled to adjust to life in Monaco. One of the hardest things for her was not having close friends. Moving from South Africa to Monaco was a huge change, and Charlene often felt alone in her new home. The cultural differences and constant media attention only made her feel more isolated. Charlene found it hard to connect with Monaco's social elite, who had little in common with her South African background. In interviews, she admitted that she felt out of place and had trouble relating to people around her. This sense of isolation was often visible in her public appearances. In her first interview after the wedding, Charlene talked about the jealousy she faced among Monaco's elite. The people I mixed with in Monaco didn't relate to my South African mentality or humor, she told Tatler. She also admitted to feeling lonely, saying, "Of course, I've been subject to jealousy, but that comes with the territory. Although I have met some wonderful people since I've been living in Monaco, I regard them all as acquaintances. I only have 2 people I consider friends here." In another interview with a South African magazine, she explained why she might look sad in photos. "Sometimes it's hard to smile," she said. "They don't know what's going on in the background." She also mentioned how much she missed her family and friends in South Africa, saying, "I have the privilege of having this life, but I miss my family and my friends in South Africa, and I'm often sad because I cannot always be there for them." Charlene's new life in Monaco was made even harder by the continued presence of Nicole Coste, Prince Albert's former lover and the mother of his son, Alexandre. Nicole often inserted herself into the royal couple's lives, demanding that her son receive the privileges she felt he deserved. This caused constant tension, reminding Charlene of Albert's past and adding pressure to her role as the mother of Monaco's future heirs. Things came to a head when Nicole publicly accused Charlene of putting her son in a servant's room during a visit to the palace, calling her a wicked stepmother. This scandal was widely reported in the media, painting Charlene as a struggling and unhappy princess. Nicole's accusations only added to the strain Charlene was already feeling. Charlene's struggle was clear in her appearance. Despite trying to fulfill her royal duties, she often looked sad and overwhelmed. The constant pressure and challenges in her personal life made her transition to royal life especially tough. Despite everything, Charlene stayed dedicated to her children and committed to her marriage, but these challenges highlighted just how difficult such a drastic life change can be, especially under the intense scrutiny of the public. After the birth of her twins, Princess Charlene's life did not get any easier. Despite the joy of becoming a mother, she continued to appear sad and distant during public events. The media kept calling her the sad princess, and the pressures of royal life, along with her sense of isolation, seemed to weigh heavily on her. This became even more evident in December 2020 when Charlene shocked everyone with a dramatic new hairstyle. She appeared at a public event with one side of her head shaved, a bold departure from her usual elegant look. The media quickly picked up on this change, speculating that it reflected her inner turmoil. Headlines described the look as rebellious and punk-inspired, leading to more talk about her emotional state and the pressures she was facing. This drastic change seemed to symbolize the struggles Charlene was enduring in her royal life. In May 2021, Charlene traveled to South Africa for what was supposed to be a short 10-day visit. However, she fell seriously ill due to complications from a sinus operation, turning the brief trip into a 10-month stay as she battled health issues. Her long absence from Monaco fueled rumors about the state of her marriage to Prince Albert. During this time, rumors spread in the French media that Albert had signed an ultra-confidential contract to pay Charlene more than £10 million a year to fulfill her royal duties. This only added to the speculation about their relationship and why Charlene stayed away from Monaco for so long. But the royal palace, of course, denied these statements. For his part, Albert told people, "I'm looking forward to Charlene being back, looking forward to her being back because she's part of my life, part of our lives, part of life in Monaco. I'm also looking forward to her helping me with the children and with the different things as she has in the past, because it's a team effort. When one of the team members isn't there, it's a lot more difficult." Many people in Monaco and around the world were concerned about Charlene's health and wanted to know what illness she was dealing with. It's known that Princess suffered from a severe ant infection, which led to complications requiring several surgeries. As a result, she experienced extreme fatigue, had trouble eating, and struggled to sleep, making her vulnerable to other health issues. The Palace of Monaco declined to share details about her condition, considering it a very personal matter. However, Prince Albert addressed the situation by saying, "Because I know there are rumors out there, let me say, this is not COVID and it's not cancer-related. It's not a personal relationship issue, and if you want to discuss another speculation, it isn't related to plastic surgery or facial work at all." When Charlene returned to Monaco in November 2021, it was only for a few days before she left again for a treatment facility in Switzerland. Prince Albert said she was exhausted and needed time to recover both physically and emotionally. The long separation from her family, constant media attention, and rumors about her marriage and health left Charlene in a fragile state. Even though she had her children and tried to fulfill her royal duties, the stress of royal life clearly affected her well-being. The world watched as she struggled, uncertain of what the future would hold. As Charlene began to recover, her return to public life was met with mixed reactions, both relief and skepticism. The French media closely analyzed photos of her reunion with Prince Albert, speculating about their marriage. Despite the rumors, Prince Albert expressed his happiness, saying it was the most beautiful thing to have Charlene back home. He admitted being hurt by the vicious rumors about their relationship. In March, the royal palace announced that Charlene would gradually return to public life. Since then, she has made several appearances with her husband and children, including attending Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Her return was welcomed by royal watchers and the public, who were glad to see her recovering. In December, Charlene gave an interview to Monaco Magazine, sharing that she felt so much better than before. She said she had less pain and much more energy and was continuing to recover to rebalance herself. She emphasized the importance of her family, saying, "My family and those I love are my rock. I approach the future step by step, one day at a time." Prince Albert also spoke highly of his wife, telling People magazine that Charlene's doing really well and had turned it around in an incredible way after her tough health battle. Charlene's recovery was greatly supported by her family. Her parents, Mike and Lynette Whitstock, moved from Johannesburg to live near Monaco in La Turbie, just minutes from Charlene's home. A palace source noted, "It has made the world of difference. They make her feel safe and remind her of the more carefree life she had in South Africa." Charlene's brothers also played a key role. Gareth, who moved to Monaco a decade ago to look after his sister, has stayed close, while her other brother, Sean, keeps in daily contact from South Africa. According to a Monaco source, Charlene's challenges have deepened her faith, and she has found comfort in Catholicism during these tough times. With her family's support and her renewed faith, Princess Charlene is slowly rebuilding her strength and finding a new sense of purpose as she continues her journey in the royal spotlight. However, not everyone had kind things to say about Charlene. Prince Albert's ex-girlfriend Nicole Cost told reporters that Charlene got what she deserved. "I don't care what's going on with her. Why should I?" Nicole told the Daily Mail at the time. The former Air France hostess suggested that the princess might have brought the illness on herself. "Everything that is happening to her is karma," Nicole claimed. In July 2024, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert II celebrated their 13th wedding anniversary with events in Monaco and a public appearance at the Paris Olympic Games, a nod to Charlene's athletic past. However, despite the celebrations, Charlene's somber demeanor at public events was hard to miss. Her sadness remained evident, catching the attention of both the public and the media. Rumors of a potential divorce continued to swirl, but the couple maintained a united front, appearing together at various functions. Yet questions lingered. Is their marriage truly based on love, or is it, as some speculate, a contractual arrangement? The truth remains unclear, though the strain on Charlene is visible. The contrast between the vibrant athlete Charlene once was and the melancholic princess she has become is stark. Some wonder if the pressures of royal life and constant scrutiny have worn her down. Others point to the so-called Grimaldi curse, a legend that has haunted the family for generations. Do you believe this marriage is built on love, or does it seem like a relationship of convenience? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.